Engineering. I'm Alan. In today's video we're making the spindle so I can hold the adapter here that fits a diamond grinding wheel, and I can use that on my milling machine. I can also fit a cup grip wheel on here which I could fit into the milling machine as well. So we start off by making the spindle and replicating the spindle to the spindle that's on the tool and cutter grinder motor. So let's go into the workshop and see how we do it. This is my diamond grinding wheel. What I wanted to do today is remove it from the tool and cutter grinder and see if I can make an adapter to hold it in the milling machine. Now I should just be able to put this in the end. Slacken the screw off on the side and this should pull it off. There we go. One grub screw goes in this slot here and the other grips on the other side. So the first thing to do is turn the diameter down to the same size as the electric motor spindle. I've taken the bar we've just turned and polished, fitted it into the milling machine vise in a small V block, which is here on its side. So what I want to do first is get the centre of the bar, and all I'm using is a bearing race on the end of a rod. I'll just lower it down. Just feed it in slowly until the bearing stops moving, and I've marked some red marks on the bearing so you can see if it's turning or not. Zero the position. Now according to my DRO that should be in the centre. So what I did was just touch the side till it stopped rotating. Zero my DRO, move to the other side till it stops rotating and try and get the same depth so you're in the same position. And then halve the reading between the two, and that puts you then on centre line. Now what I want to do now is touch the end and move in to position the cutter. So I want to touch the end, moving 11mm, which is half the bearing diameter, plus 3.2 plus 2. Should put me in the right position. So I'm touching the edge of the bar. The diameter is 22mm, so I'm moving 11. So that puts the centre of the bearing on the edge. Then I want another 3.2. Should put the cutter on the edge, and then half the diameter of the cutter, which is another 2mm. That should be 16.2. And I can zero the X, so I know that's where the cutter should be. And I've replaced the bearing for a 4mm end mill. So that replicates the end of the motor spindle on the tool and cutter grinder. And that should just stick out about 1 inch, and I can hold it in a collet in the milling machine. Here's the finished item. The grub screw has a little pin on the end which will fit into that slot. Needs to go in a lot further, just wants pressing in. And then on the other side there's another grub screw which holds on the diameter. and enough should stick out to grip in a ER20 collet to hold it in the milling machine. Oh well, that's it for today. Hope that was interesting, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time on Enots Engineering.